later English. But Gen Z, they have their own language now. If you want to invite them to the way of Allah, al-isti'malu lughat al-asri, you need to use their Gen Z language for them to be able to go along with you. So, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, we need to clearly explain the good image of Islam to all the people, irrespective of their age, irrespective of where they belong to. But we were talking of contemporary life. So use contemporary language. The people you want to call, use their language that they will understand for them to answer your invitation to the will of Almighty Allah. Evidences. Yani تقديم العديلة العقلية والعملية. Give them a practical evidence on what you are saying, in that they will be able to understand easily the message of Almighty Allah. أيها المؤمنون إن الله سبحانه وتعالى بعث في كل أمة رسولا. I want you to know that Almighty Allah sent messengers to every nation to call them to worship Him, Allah. So, every one of us, we need to answer the call of Allah by calling people to the will of Almighty Allah. Calling people to monotheism, worshipping of Allah alone, without associating any other God with Allah. يعني يدعوهم إلى عبادته وحده لا شريك له. Call people to monotheism, to the word of La ilaha illallah. Tell people that they should not associate anything with Allah. Because this is directive of Almighty Allah in Quran 16, verse 125 to every one of us. As Allah has sent several messengers from Adam, فقاموا عليه السلام بما أمرهم الله به خيرا قيام فدعوا إلى الله. As Allah commanded them to do the best to call people to the will of Almighty Allah, they did their best by calling people to the will of Allah, by admonishing them well with good words, beautiful words. So emulate them for you to also share the word of Almighty Allah. From Nabiyyina Adam, Allah has been sending messengers. When one messenger is about to go, another messenger will come, until Allah sent the master of the world, Sayyid al-Awwalin wal-Akhirin, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, with message of Islam. So Quran 16, verse 125 remains the foundation of da'wah in Islam. And it has given us conditions for calling people to the will of Allah. Id'u ila sabili rabbika. Call people to Islam. Call people to Iman bil hikmah, with wisdom. Kama qala al-ulama al-asri. Some scholars, modern contemporary scholars, explain al-hikmah yani bil Quran. كما قال شيخنا أبي بكر محمود القومي المرحوم في تفسيره رد الأذهان إلى معنى القرآن. وكما قال الشيخنا إبراهيم نياس في تفسيره في رياض التفسير هو أيضا قوله في كلمة الحكمة في هذه الآية قال في كتابه يعني القرآن العظيم. Scholars like Sheikh Abu Bakr Ma'ud Gumi in his tafsir, which he named Radd al-As'ani ila Man al-Quran, returning all minds to the true meaning of the whole Quran. He explained the word id'u ila sabili rabbik bil hikmah as call people to the will of Allah with Quranic verses, with the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad. Don't talk jargon. Talk with evidences. Talk with justification. Invite people with justification from the Quranic verses or Quranic paraphrases and the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad. So also, Sheikh Ibrahim Niyas, our scholar Sheikh Ibrahim Niyas, in his own book, في رياض التفسير, he mentioned that the hikmah that Allah said that invite people to that will of Allah, that hikmah Allah is mentioning there is the word of Allah. That is Quran and Hadith. You can see both of them goes together. And these are our modern scholars. So, my dear brothers and sisters, our foundation for dawah, that ayah, has given us way, calling people with beautiful words. Good admonition, good advice. Never curse people because you are calling them to Almighty Allah. You need to come and pray. You know, if you don't pray, you are going to perish in hellfire. What type of word is that? Bil hikmah. Oh, come and pray with us. If you answer the call of Allah, Allah will answer your call. You know, Allah said, call upon me and I will answer your calling. It's when you are with Allah, you will be able to call Allah. That kind of word will bring their mind back to Almighty Allah. So, تدعونا الآية إلى تطبيق الحكمة في دعوة الناس إلى الإسلام. So this ayah calls us to apply wisdom in the matter in which we invite people to Islam. Use your wisdom. So the verse is a confirmation that insults, force, mere word of abuse cannot call anybody to the will of Allah without practical, feasible action. Or this empty social media invitation to the will of Allah cannot call people to the will of Allah. If you are concerned with the social media, this Facebook, this Twitter, this YouTube, you will see a lot of scholars that they said they are calling people to the will of Allah, but they are making people to run away from the will of Almighty Allah. Because they are using, they abuse people, they talk ill of people. So, لَنْ يَجْلِبَ النَّاسَ إِلَى الْإِسْلَامِ. You can never gain people to Islam with all these empty social media arguments, which will not bring people to Islam. Unnecessary arguments. Unnecessary. You will see some of them bringing issue that will never increase your iman. Rather, will make your iman to reduce. What is the essence of saying it in social media that the parents of the Prophet Muhammad are in hellfire? Is that one going to increase your iman? Rather, it will decrease your iman. All these empty social media arguments, we need to desist. For us, what do we need to do? حوار والإقناع يعني استعدام حكمة والموعظة العدل والموعظة الحسنة. What we need to do? Dialogue, persuasion, using wisdom and good preaching. Arguing is the best way to persuade people, not to make people to distance themselves from the mosque. We need to focus on rational and practical evidences to support our invitation of people to the will of Almighty Allah. Lughat al-asri, contemporary language. And also what? Modern tools. As I mentioned, internet, wala, electronia. We need to use modern tools to communicate. Most of the Gen Z now, to get their attention, you get their attention through Facebook, through Twitter. That is where you can get their attention. So call people to Allah in your own capacity, using that gadget that you are holding up on hand. So contemporary language, some of the youths are here listening. You can be part of the call of Almighty Allah using your Gen Z language for people like you to understand the message of Almighty Allah. As time changes, Muslims also need to adopt new ways of inviting people to Allah and do away with old methods that do not suit our time. Do away with those methods. Holding these methods. يحتاج المسلمون أيضا إلى حسائل جديدة للدعوة إلى الله. We need to utilize contemporary language and modern tools to call people to the will of Almighty Allah. عباد الله علينا جميعا أن ندين أساليب الدعوة السلبية التي يستخدمها الناس الجميع اليوم. We need, all of us, need to condemn the negative dawah methods. Our scholars, they go and attack some other sects of religion unnecessarily, without them attacking us. And they will be calling it, they are doing jihad. They are calling people to the will of Allah. These are old methods we need to desist. And most importantly, so rampant in the social media. Certain set of Muslims, we're calling another set of Muslim kafir. Then other people will not listen to you. So you can imagine two Muslim brothers. One is said one is kafir, the other one is said one kafir. Which religion are you inviting me to? So my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, today we cannot turn insults or attack on people's personality into dawah. Just because some people offended you, just go buy data of 200 naira and then said, Ibadallah, Inallah, Ya'muru bil adl wal ihsan. And I want us to be just. You see, this also a person. He was not just in this, in that, just because you want to attack the personality. That is not da'wah. So, my dear brothers and sisters, this is what is happening today, insulting people on social media. It makes Islam so scary to some set of people. That which type of religion is this? If one imam or one scholar is attacking another scholar based on differences of opinion. So, conscious mind will be wondering which type of religion are you inviting them to. So we need to desist from all these insults, abuse, and argument on unnecessary issues that is not increasing or decreasing your iman. May Allah make it easy for every one of us. والصلاة والسلام على نبي الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. Today's khutbah is on the subject matter, which is reviewing dawah methods to suit modern time. We need to check ourselves. We are calling people to the will of Almighty Allah. We need to change our method to go along with the modern time by using the available, modern tools and using contemporary languages. that is going to make Islam to be more attractive for people to practice. So, da'wah cannot be done by forcing our children, wives, or dependents to keep to Islamic ethics. We need to explain to them the value of such ethics and why they should adopt them. What in this method? You force your children. Go and pray. If you don't pray, I will beat you. That type has gone. You need to explain the value of each aspect of religion to them. The value of salat, the value of zakat, the value of sadaqah, the value of hajj and explain to them the importance. Because you know they are Gen Z, they have Gen Z brain. Their brain is more sharper than your own brain. It's a period that your children will be asking you, Daddy, why are we going to the mosque? You need to give them contemporary answer. If not, they will say, if you don't go, what is going to happen? In the olden days, they say, which type of question? Oh yeah, Alele, go and pray. So we need to just change our method, explain the value of Islamic ethics for them to be able to adopt. So a female who does not know the value of hijab will throw hijab away when the imam and parents are not there because they don't know the value. But if you have explained the value of hijab to a Muslim female, she will be able, whether you are there as a parent or the imam is there to correct her or not, she will be able to put on the hijab. Somebody asked, one female student asked a teacher in Islamia, that why are we putting hijab? The teacher answered, he said, because you are valued in the sight of Allah, and Allah valued you well. He valued us as what? And the teacher brought in a contemporary instances and said, he brought 2 sweets, chocolates. One is well wrapped, the other one is opened, exposed. And now throw it before the female student. Say, pick one among. The lady quickly picked the right one and leave the other one. Then other students in the class also wanted to get the sweet. All of them abandoned the exposed one. Then the teacher said, you can see, why did you choose the one that is covered rather than the one? Both of them are sweets. But one is covered. He said, this covered one is very good. It's neat. It's clean. No any insect has already bite it. Said that is the example. You can see the Gen Z. They use sweets to tell them the value of hijab. What we are trying to pass to our hearing. So dawah today needs to be done through good character, polite preaching, through kind words, empowerment, and not through blind arguments, attack on people, force, insult, and empty arguments. Empty argument on social media. Somebody just want to bring new something to just show that I am very red, and you are bringing what is not going to increase the iman. Let's spread peace on social media by inviting people to the will of Allah in a good way. So Muslim parents need to educate their children about Islam rather than merely forcing them. So children who are not understanding of Islam will not value it. Tell them the value of Islam and they will be able to do the needful. So my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, for every nation Allah sends messengers, be among the messengers of Allah. That is going to, by spreading beneficial messages via the social media that you are using, Facebook, YouTube. Share it on your platform. WhatsApp platform. Good messages about Islam, beneficial about Islam. Preach Islam to people. Then tell them the right thing to do and forbidding them what is wrong in any place at any time. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was quoted saying, Ballighu anni walau ayah. Related by Imam Bukhari, the Prophet said, spread the news, the message, the information about Islam, about me, Prophet Muhammad, even if it is a verse. So that is an open command to every one of us, irrespective whether you are a scholar or not. If you understand a message of Islam, one value of Islam, make sure you communicate it to others so that they will be able to benefit. That is what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has just mentioned to us. Support Islam by sending the message of Almighty Allah, by establishing Islamic centers and Sharia institutes, if you have the power, enjoying what is right, as I mentioned, by building Al-Marakis al-Islam, Islamic center, building the mosque, supporting the mosque. At this junction, I'm still calling upon their brothers and sisters in Islam. The work of Allah is ongoing here in NASFAT, ABUJA, Utako. The upstairs, we are still working on it. The company are still working on it. We are in need of your financial support to be able to correct the mistakes that has been done before. And this is going to be permanent because the company is giving us some years of warranty or guarantee. So, you know, it calls for money. So, dear brothers and sisters, money for maintenance of mosque, the account has been displayed in front of you at the entrance. And while you are going out, you'll be seeing it. Support the cause of Almighty Allah so that Allah will support you. It's part of calling people to the will of Almighty Allah. وَقَوْلَ إِنَّنِي مُسْلِمِينَ is part of good work. So, ibadallah, inna Allah ya'muru bil adl wal ihsani wa ita'i zal qurbi wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar wal baghi. Do's and 3 don'ts of Almighty Allah. Allah command doing good. Allah command justice. Al-adl. Allah command doing good. And Allah command liberality. Allah forbid all sinful deeds, injustice and rebellion. Quran 6. Allahumma wa salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahabihi wa sallim kama liqawlihi inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallim tasliman. Ad-du'a. Allahumma a'izza al-islam wal muslimin. Allahumma a'izza al-islam wal muslimin. Allahumma a'izza al-islam wal muslimin. Wa adilla shirki wal mushrikeen. ودمر أعداءك وهداها الدين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم انظر كل مسلمين في كل مكان. اللهم انظر كل مسلمين في كل مكان. اللهم انظر كل رؤسائنا في نيجيريا. اللهم انظر كل رؤسائنا في نيجيريا على الخير. اللهم انصر رئيس نيجيريا رئيس بولا أحمد تينوبو. اللهم في ولايات نيجيريا جميعا. اللهم انصر رؤسائنا في أبوجا. اللهم انصر كل المسلمين في كل مكان برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا افرج علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولجميع المسلمين. قوموا إلى الصلاة يرحمكم الله.